So another weekend. Pleased to know all of the track now all joined up, and despite a little power issue, it now all works. But the first thing I need to do now today is the back of the shed there, where those two boards are. Because we've had a lot of rain recently, there's a little bit of a leak, so I want to board the back up to make it a bit more waterproof. So that's my first job today. And look, I've got a fleece, a jumper and a t-shirt, and it's August bank holiday weekend. It's freezing, it's like about 12 degrees, it's ridiculous. Anyway, enough moaning. There we go. So I've painted those boards. It'd be nice at some point to not paint in blue Cuprinol. I think that's the only thing I've painted this entire year. So they're going to go at the back there, although I think in true Marquee style I very much underestimated how much I'd need, so I'll probably have to go to Wicks again and get some more. But I'm thinking, right, if I paint the other, I'm going to paint both sides so that the back will be a nice shade of blue, and then we can put some clouds in it as well. Brighten it up, wouldn't it? So I've had a good tidy up. It's now all clear. I've put some of the backing board up. I still need to do the top, but I need Callie's help with that. And now right the way around. So now that I've tidied up, we can see a bit more what we've got. So this is going to be Sandford Station. That's not going to be there because that doesn't work there, but just for now. And then this will be a road. So that car there and that one there represents the pavement, and then you've got the road in between. And then I'm thinking of like, this will all be arches along here, and then I guess the road will probably come along like this and maybe out under there or something like that. So I'm now at the position where I don't really know what to do next, because everything else is a bit committing myself to this, as in this track and this layout, but I guess just have to go for it. So I think I'm gonna properly ballast this, get it stuck down, and concentrate on this area. And I'd quite like to do this, is going to be a hill with a bit at the back there. So I think there, and I really want to get that fixed and sculpted, because that's a bit of a dodgy point at sometimes. So right, let's get something else going. Right, after getting all my ballast nice yesterday, I then realised there was a bit of wiring I needed to do and then consequently disturbed all the ballasting. But now I've redone it all and we're ready to go. So I've got here some isopropyl alcohol, and here is 50% water, 50% VBA, and a little splash of fairy liquid. Step one is to spray. I've no idea what I'm doing, I just followed a video on YouTube. Turn it to on. It's a bit more of a saturation than a misting there, but never mind. And now with my mixture, suck it up. A bit more water, I think. I think the lesson I'm learning here is do lots more tunnels and bridges where it's not going to be seen, because this is quite laborious. Well, it looks a right mess, but from every other video I've seen on YouTube, theirs also looks a right mess until it dries, so we'll have to just leave it and see what happens. I mean, it was a very smart move, of course, to my very first bit of ballasting right at the front where you're going to see it the most. That was a very clever move on my part, I thought. So I got this one going. I gave it a good clean up, but its favourite habit seems to be derailing, because there's a little tiny bit of plastic that's broken on one of the wheels at the front. Anyway, done the ballasting, still waiting for it to dry. I know it looks a bit of a mess at the moment, but I'm going to clean all that up, and there's going to be the platform here anyway, so I'm not really too worried about that. Too scared to do the point at the moment. Gave it a bit more of a clean, but as you can hear, it's still a bit rough. I think it might be due for the knacker's yard. Got something else today. Vacuum cleaner to mop up all the spent bits of ballast here. So yes, I've done it all. Doesn't look pretty, but I'm going to tie, a lot of it's just loose stuff that I'm going to vacuum up, and then I tied it up, and as I said, the platforms are going to go here anyway, so the untidy bits I don't think you're going to see. Yeah, See how this little thing performs. I mean, I wouldn't want to hoover the house with it, but it does seem to be picking something up. Just back from the model shop. Because I needed this. Because this one that was here is really knackered and broken. So I had to go and get some new ones, and because I don't know what I'm doing, I thought best to go to the shop rather than order them online because I didn't know what sort it was. So let's put this back in now. So I also got a second point, which is going to go here, and I shall show you why in a second. So, the reason for that is so that we can have another line, ignore the shoes, that's going to go down to the end of the garage, and that's going to be, because I don't think I've shown you this, what we thought would be a cool idea would be to do a kind of model replica, kind of our house. However, our house is quite big, or at least the garden is. So I carefully measured our house, converted it into 00 scale. This is it. So that's the beginning of the house. So this is kind of the driveway. So I guess the whole footprint would start about there. And you come down. This is our catio. This is the garage where I am right now. Our decking, the lawn, barbecue, Callie's workshops, chickens and ducks, chicken enclosure, aviary building. So as you can see, the footprint of it is massive, and there is no way it would fit in my proposed town area over here. I mean, it's going to be as long as the platform. It's ridiculous. So one day it will go down the end there, maybe, hopefully, we'll see. That's just another side project, maybe for the winter. But anyway, back to this. So yes, I'm going to fit this, and whatever, whether we build our house or not, that will go down there. And so the idea of building the house is, as I said before, this is going to be Sandford Station. That down there would be Islip Station. So if going by every other track alteration that I've done, when I run a train over this new bit, it'll probably derail. So well, amazingly, it didn't derail. It did stop here on the way back up, but I think that's just more to do with dirty track, dirty train, rather than anything. It hadn't actually derailed. So this. I got this about 2 or 3 weeks ago. This. Got to unscrew it. Why is it screwed in? Just to annoy me, I think. Right, I got this. This is does it say on it? Oh yeah. This is a Vauxhall Astra, like I used to have. Only mine was blue, so I'm going to paint it blue. Up in here. So you see what I've done now. I've laid out, or just temporarily, of course, where my road is going to be. And then this is just a mock-up. This isn't going to be what I'm going to make it out of, but this will be a bridge going out here into Never Never Land. And then yeah, this is the road, station, zebra crossing, coming down here. And then I think I said before, that's going to be arches, turning into a bit of a hillside, more hill. It's my storage area at the moment. I've started to do a bit of a siding here. I've got some more points on order so that it can go further back. Might have to move that wood and take over more space in the garage. Kelly gave me this old fish tank, bit of rock. Not sure, I don't think it's going to stay there, but yeah. And then obviously we've done that today. And then I've got this little spur here, which I guess could join up with that eventually or something. And I think that's probably about it for this one, and for a while, because we're going on holiday for a week, so won't do anything.